Hey, this is Sebastian from the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I'm joined by...
Hello, this is Andy. I'm talking to you from, I don't know if that's important, but I'm in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico.
Amazing. I'll be listening loads to your new album, Mihlstones, over the Christmas period especially. How pleased are you with the finished product? This is your 11th solo album.
Yeah, 11th solo album. I started with my solo albums like in the 90s, in the mid-90s, and so I accumulated 11 solo albums so far, you know.
So did you ever think about having a band name instead of like going under your own name?
As a matter of fact, I thought about that during my stay here in Mexico several times, because people out here, I mean, they got problems pronouncing my last name. Then again, it's an exotic name, you know. I grew up with English music, and I mean, like in Germany, it's always like a little bit ridiculous, you know. You're playing for a German audience, and your native tongue is German, you know, but you're singing in English, you know. So out here it's okay, but people, I mean, they got the negative side is they got a little bit problems pronouncing my last name, but then the other side, it's a name that stands out, you know. So I started, like I said, in the 90s to use my name, to use my last name, and I just stuck with it ever since, you know. I mean, this, I didn't come up with some bullshit name or whatever, you know. So I just thought, you know, I mean, just use your last name and it's okay.
Brilliant. I really enjoyed Summertime Blues. I think that's my favorite on the album today.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Yeah, I really like that. It's really chill. The album does have different vibes throughout it, and somewhere it says it's simply sophisticated global rock. That would be a great moniker for your next album. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it might be a little bit. How do you say it? Like, I don't want it to come across arrogant, you know.
Right.
A friend of mine came up with this definition a couple of years ago, and we thought, okay, I mean, it may be a good like definition for the music, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why I'm singing in English as well. I mean, I spent 10 years in California. And like I said, I grew up with English music. I played in the band of Udo Dirkschneider and a couple of other bands. And it's a good thing. I mean, like living here, you know, you get to talk English a lot more, you know, than like in Germany, of course.
Yeah.
So I wanted a format that appeals to like the vast possible global listeners, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the name is pretty okay, I think.
It's brilliant. So you reside in Mexico, yeah? Do you ever go back to Germany? Is there plans to get back to Germany and take this album out on tour over there?
Yeah, I'm actually doing some shows in February, March, April. I'm going back end of January, and I'm going to play like 10 shows or something like that. You know, maybe we get some more shows together, you know. But as of right now, it's like I think like 8, 9, or 10 shows.
Right. I mean, I'm not really familiar with your solo work, to be honest with you, but I was looking through your YouTube channel and Long Cold Winter, and I thought, yeah, he's done a cover of Cinderella's Long Cold Winter. It's not.
No. I did a cover on my Elevation album for Personal Jesus by Depeche Mode.
Yeah,
like a little bit more rock and roll cover, and whatnot. I mean, I even can remember. Yeah, People Get Ready by Rod Stewart. I did a cover, like an old song by The Stories,
right,
called Brother Louie. I did a cover on my first solo album, but that's about it. I don't have too many covers on my albums.
Okay. So going back in time then, are you glad you started out in the music scene today rather than today's insane world? It's crazy, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, the music industry, I mean, they sold out our revenues like 10 years ago with the start of what was it called, like Napster, and all these platforms, you know. And right now it's like I mean, you get like 0.004 dollars per track being played on Spotify, you know.
Crazy, isn't it?
I told this joke to a friend of mine, you know, on your regular jeans, you know, like Levi's jeans or whatever, you have like these front pockets, and there's a little pocket, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I asked him, you know what this little pocket is for, you know, and it's for all the money that musicians make on Spotify.
All right. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, it's like
I can't get away with Spotify. I don't like it at all. And obviously for people like yourself, musicians and that, it's just
yeah. A lot of people take off like 90% of their catalog of Spotify and just use Spotify as a mirror, and then put the albums on their personal like a homepage, and have it like for download, you know. Because it's ridiculous, you know. It's
not good, man. It really annoys me. It really does.
I don't know if they don't realize, but it's such a lot of work, you know. I mean, I don't want to complain. It's a labor of love, you know. But if I compress the work I put into the album, you know, it's like 5 to 6 months, you know, like straight work, you know. To get like everything where I wanted it to be, you know. So yeah.
Obviously, you've had like a varied and very successful musical career, producing as well as playing worldwide stages. What would you say has been a career highlight, though? If you could just clutch one out of the sky.
The highlight was probably playing the Madison Square Garden back in 89 or 88 with Guns N' Roses.
Wow, yeah.
And playing the Wacken Festival, you know, that was kind of like gigantic. So that was great. I mean, as far as the commercial side of the biggest successes goes, I played with a rather big German act, Unheilig. They were kind of big in the Germany, Austria, and Switzerland area, and we played like I think it was in 2014, like a big stadium tour.
Right.
So as far as commercial success goes, I mean, those were the highlights, I would say. And as far as personal success goes, I would say my solo albums since Elevation in 2016, because I think they really came out great, and I started to not write anymore. I mean, the songs just fell from the sky, so to speak. You know, I mean, I always have like a dictation app. You know, when I'm driving in my car, when I'm sitting at the airport or whatnot, or wherever, you know, and I hear a good melody, I just record it, you know, and then I try to record it in my studio in a format that kind of transports the idea. And the songs, they were just there, you know, sitting down, wanting to compose a song, you know, because when I did that, it usually ended in a crap song. So the best songs are the songs that are just there, you know.
Yeah, man.
You hear them, you just record them, so you can remember them, and then as soon as you have like access to, as soon as I have access to my studio, let's say when I'm at the airport, when I come back, I try to like record it, you know, so I know exactly, you know, what it's all about. The 3 albums. Well, I mean, of course, I mean the Udo album. I worked on Mean Machine. That was a great experience because we had Mark Dodson, the producer. It was a great time with the guy. Then the latest album I produced, like Soul Trace, Born Again. It's the album. It was a great time. It was a really fruitful cooperation with Stefan, the lead singer. And then, can I include one of my albums as well?
Of course you can, yeah. Of course you can, yeah.
I would say my 2016 studio album Elevation, because that's kind of where the muse kissed me. You know, I feel that. You know, I don't know how to put it in words. You know, but it was like, yeah, like a kiss of muse. You know, so
Fantastic. Is there three musicians you would love to work with, dead or alive?
That's a really good question. Well, I mean, one of my favorite guitar players back then, you know, when I started out, was Michael Schenker. You know, I think he's great. He's got a great tone, great sense of phrasing and everything. I mean, this would be somebody I would like sit down with and talk and maybe record something or whatnot. You know, then. Like more in the jazz area, a guy called Michael Landau. He played on a lot of albums, like a lot of big albums. I mean, he's a great guitar player. This would be great, like to trade licks. I mean, he would be a great guy to trade licks with. And then, that's a really good question. Maybe a drummer like, you know, Simon Phillips, because he's like a guy who I totally admired. Like, he's so totally straight, you know, and he does breaks, and he's just like after the break, he's like there on the one again, you know, and he's, I mean, such a solid drummer, you know. This would be somebody I would appreciate working with.
Okay, so go to your new album. Which song from the new album will wake you up from a deep sleep?
The first one, Freak Show, I would say. I mean, this is like all power, you know. I mean, I like Freak Show because it describes the insanity of the current times, and I think that's actually a great metaphor, you know, to wake up from your sleep. You know, I hope it can wake people up, you know, and to the insanity that's going on, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's not good. Tell us then, if it was a song, a made-up song about you, your personality, what would it be called?
Oh, about my personality, would be probably a pretty chaotic song.
Chaos.
Chaos. Yeah, probably chaos.
Okay, so being in Mexico, the next two I'm guessing are going to be Mexican themed. What's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink, well, as a matter of fact, I'm kind of a red wine guy, but I rarely drink red wine out here. You know, it's we played a show yesterday, and I really decided I won't drink anything. You know, the problem is, I mean, I didn't succeed.
Cool, yeah.
so what you're drinking out here, it's like over there, you know, when you offer some chips or whatever to somebody, it's like tequila, of course, and mezcal. And I really like mezcal because it's like really clean, you know. So if you drink a couple of mezcals, you know, I don't have a headache like I have like from red wine next day.
Right. Yeah, red wine's a killer for that, isn't it?
Yeah, I was invited to a Navidad, to a Christmas party the other day, and they had like red wine, you know, and I was like, okay, I drink a couple of glasses, you know, and I felt it the next day. When I drink like 2 or 3 mezcals, that's completely okay.
Cool.
But you got to stick to it, you know.
Yeah.
A mix is not a good idea.
No, I can imagine. What was your favorite food then?
My favorite food, I would say it's still like spaghetti with all kinds of ingredients, you know. But out here, they got great burritos, they got great quesadillas, and I mean, Mexican food is cool. Absolutely.
Yeah, I love Mexican food, but my girlfriend's a vegan, so it's boring. Okay. What would you say is your favorite film of all time?
My favorite film of all time. Oh, I'm not really that movie guy, and I got a hard time remembering titles. but there's a movie with Mickey Rourke,
Mickey Rourke, yeah.
Rourke, yeah, and I think it came out in '90s. Angel Heart. That was a kind of cool movie.
Cool. Yeah. So through your career, you like went through like the '80s and '89 with Guns N' Roses and stuff. Would you say you've been a saint or a sinner?
I would say I was a sinner wanting to be a saint.
Do you have 3 New Year's wishes that you can tell us?
I would like to keep all the bullshit, that's going on out there, a little bit on the outside, and just live a little bit more on my inside, I just want to make life a little bit easier. And get rid of all the excessive luggage, and of course, play as many shows as possible, because, like I said, that's the passion of my life.
Will you be releasing any more singles or anything before release date?
Well, we released one single, "King for a Day." The video is out already. And I shot a really great video here for the Freak Show, and it will be released on release day, February the 7th. We shot all the footage here in San Miguel de Allende. There was I don't know. I think it's like after Halloween, November the 1st or 2nd. It's the day of the dead. It's called Dia de Muertos. Amazing. And everybody's like painted, painted faces and stuff, and I had my face painted as well, and we just walked the city and shot like a lot of crazy footage, because everybody's like masqueraded and painted, and it's great. It turned out really great. It's a great video. So we released that on February the 7th, and then I will decide, what other songs I will put videos on to. I don't know yet.
It's for your fans, our viewers and listeners.
Yeah, it would be great if you would listen to my music. Check out the other albums as well. If you like what I'm doing, please send me a feedback. There's a guest book section on my page. And stay out of trouble. Don't let the bullshit that's going out there influence your lives too much. Just stay sane and stay with yourself, and it would be great to see you live one day.
He was adamant throughout his life, but his lifespan was the blink of an eye. Gearing up to occupy the throne, things won't get easier. Time of his life, it's now or it's never again. To get on, lay down the law, but the winds of doom will blow him away. King for a day. Infinity's a long way to go. Time is short and that's how the story goes. It might get tough to run a real big show. A happy apocalypse, light up the dark. It's now or it's never again. To get on, shine as we are, and the winds of doom will blow him away. King for a day. Genesis triumph turned to mold. Memoirs of the biggest fakery.